Hey, hey, loves. Welcome to the very first Creative Playdate. My name is Kia. I'm the creative superwoman behind At Peace Arts. Behind me, always beside me, is the amazing DJ Al, my amazing husband. We are going to play today. So, the whole purpose behind this magic while we're on here is really to grab whatever it is that you have. If you want to join us, you can grab a piece of paper, a pen, some crayons, some markers, whatever you have. And this is not about being an artist or being quote unquote creative. You'll find out as you keep joining these creative play dates that I don't believe that artist is a label, basically. So, um, so I just want you to have a good time. Be here, enjoy yourself, grab something, or you can just watch us. So Al will be spinning some tunes. Normally, if you're at a paint party, then you would hear music that you know. But you're going to get a special treat because it's music that you don't know, but it is Al's music. And so you'll get to hear a little bit of music as I'm creating. So today, yes, trying to keep it social media friendly. Because they be trying to throw us off these apps, y'all, and we're not trying to have that. So Al had to create a special curated list that he will be mixing tonight. And anytime that we're on our creative play date, that's with the whole other vibe, and we'll talk about that later. So, as I said, grab whatever you got: pens, pencils, piece of paper, markers, whatever you have. If you just want to join us, listen to some music, vibe, you'll get to see me creating today. We'll do that before we start. Okay. Today I will be painting in just yellows with some tints of black and white. And I'll tell you why we're doing this crazy thing. And so before we start, if you do want to create on your own, I have these things that I created called the Create with Kia cards. And they're basically just a way to kind of play around with some shapes and draw or color, whatever you want to do. Okay, so I'm going to show you the cards. If you do want to design, I will pull these every time we do a creative play date. If you do want to play around with some shapes and just kind of get in your, like, get loose in creativity, then you can use these to play. And I will draw them every time that we're on. Okay, maybe you just do one shape, maybe you do two, maybe you do all three. So let's see what the shapes are. I drew 3 cards already to save some time. So, oh, you got some good shapes. Yes, I made these on my own, and I do love the numbers on these. All right, so the first shape is a circle. Circle, first shape. Okay. Second shape are these like swirls. Third shape is a square. Really, really simple shapes, right? So I'll show you some samples real quick so you can see what I'm talking about when I'm like, use the shapes. You could draw this shape over and over and over again. Just make a whole bunch of squares. You could make a whole bunch of circles over and over and over again. Think about when you're on the phone. I used to usually doodle on the phone, right? So doodle on the phone, right? So you could use all 3 shapes, 1 shape, 2 shapes, whatever feels right for you. Okay. Down the line, maybe we'll figure out a way to post these online so you can see them. So these are some things that I made with some of the Create with Kia cards, right? You can see some circles, some lines, some dashes, some dots. You're just playing, and it doesn't have to look like anything, right? It does not need to look like a sunset or a sun. It's just playing with the shapes. Okay? Just play with the shapes. If that's something you want to do, creativity is one of those things that we get so caught up in whether or not it's right or wrong. All of that madness. We're not doing that. Okay? Just play. And when you're done with it, you're done with it. Maybe you work on it for 5 minutes. I usually say about 15 to 20 minutes a day will get you grounded in the best way. Okay? So, I today am going to play with the color yellow. Before we start, I'm going to rub my hands together, do a quick stretch to make this magic happen. We'll be on here for a good 30 to 40 minutes. We'll see what comes up, what we come up with. I'm going to show you the supplies that I'm going to use, okay? So I pulled all the yellow stuff in my studio all together. Al likes to call the studio Michael's Light, because I am a collector of supplies. I love a good art supply and a good office supply too. Don't send me to the office supply store. It's dangerous, or the hardware store. It's bad. I am a project girly. I love all things fun projects. So I have a spray bottle in case I need to wet the paper. I am working on paper today. some yellow paint that I'm hoping is watery enough to squeeze out. Some more yellow paints, all different shades. Okay, so some more yellow paints, some yellow ink, another yellow paint. This is actually yellow oxide. Some more yellow paint, some more yellow paints. I think these are all different, right? And I know I got this at a discount somewhere. A little bit of white paint for mixing, as well as a little bit of black paint for tinting, should I say? Okay. I got this little yellow leaf that I'm going to use. I don't know where I'm going to use it at. And then some yellow colored pencils, some yellow markers, and I'm bringing in a little bit of gold because I'm considering that yellow. Okay, this is what I'm doing. And I also have some washi tape that's yellow, just in case. I taped it onto this thing so I could easily get it. Some yellow washi tape, just in case. I may not use all these, but I might. Who knows, right? So I'm gonna create some space on this here paper. I got a roller too, in case I want to roll some paint out. And I got these things too. I just opened these today, y'all. They've been in my studio for a minute and I have not used them. They're like cake decorating things. So we're gonna see what they do. Okay. So let's get this stuff off of my thing. All right. Let's see here. I gotta make some space. If you're on here and watching later on, drop what color you think I should do next. I'm going to do a series of this. So this one's going to be yellow. What color should I do next? If you're on here, welcome. Okay. So we're going to do something basically called activating the canvas first. I'm trying to move everything so I don't paint on stuff. Because, yeah, we're just going to activate the canvas or the paper here. Let's see if this works. I think it's watery enough. I think it's going to work. Okay. Y'all, I have no clue what I'm going to make or what I'm doing. So we are discovering together, which is what creativity is all about. Right? Discovering, playing. I always say when you give a little kid some paint or crayons, they don't ask no questions. They're not like, well, what would you like me to create? They're like, pass me that paintbrush. Pass me that paintbrush. I am ready to create something. I don't even know what I'm going to create. But I'm going to play though. I'm going to create something. I'm going to leave a mark. If that's all you're doing today is leaving a mark, I'm proud of you. Proud of you, proud of you, proud of you. Okay? Because that can be scary. No clue. Let's see what's happening here. You know what part of me wants to do, which is a little scary for me right now, is I'm going to put a little bit of black in some of these areas and just mix it in. Because I don't really know what's going to happen with the black, to be honest with you. If you're just watching, welcome. Welcome. Okay. Got this wide brush here. Let's see what it do. Because I'm thinking I want like a background of yellow, something like that. And then I'm gonna see what happens, y'all. Hold on. This was an idea that we had because As I told you all before, I have a lot of supplies in my studio, and I don't always get to use them all. Like, sometimes some of them are sitting dormant, and I don't like that. So we came up with this concept of basically figuring out a way to bust out some of the supplies that I barely ever use. Oops, sorry, paper. I should have taped you down. Should have taped it down because it is just paper. It's like, friend, what you thought? Thought you could just rough me up like canvas? No. What we not about to do is that. Okay, let me put this back up here. I may tape this down. Okay. It feels like I need more. And this is just like playing. I remember at a paint party somebody just said, I'm just playing on the canvas. And I will always remember that, of like, just play on the canvas. Now see, now we're going into the black, which is scaring me a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. But if I have some black, that means I need some white. Only because I want to have both tints show up. So see how you may not be able to see it. It might be off screen. Hold on. Because this is a big, I'm about to tape you down, friend. This is a big calendar page, actually, that is our studio calendar. So I am a calendar girly. I prefer using a paper calendar over over a phone calendar. Al has tried to get me to transfer over to a digital calendar. We do still use digital because we need to know kind of what's going on in both of our lives. But my normal MO, I want a paper one. I want to write it down. I enjoy writing. I really do enjoy writing. So I prefer to write my dates down. All right. Okay, let's see. It helps me to time block and visualize certain things. Even though people say you could do that with your phone too, I have not. I mean, I have, it's tangible for me. It's got to be tangible. Now see, I like how the black kind of mixed in. It did turn it a little bit greenish, but okay, it's okay. Okay. So it's still activating this. We'll call it a canvas, but it's definitely paper. Oh, I think I was telling y'all. So when I use my calendar, I usually use well, after we're done, like with a month. So this is what I think this is July. I am getting some gloss medium. I think it was July. And I just took it off of the wall and started painting on the back of it. I do not like to waste paper either. There's something in here. And it's really good paper, so I don't want to waste it. So I use it. This is glossing medium that I'm about to use. It's not yellow, but what it's going to do, it's going to give like a layered effect, which I think will look kind of cool with the different yellows. That's a slow dry medium. Y'all, all kinds of stuff over here. We just did a number on cleaning this is glazing medium. This should work. I don't know what's going on with you. You might be dried out, which is a heartache. Not fully though. All right, you're gonna work better though. This is a gel. So it's like a jelly gel. I don't want that. Okay. There we go. All right. What was I saying to y'all? I don't remember. Here's still a glazing medium. Let's see. Yeah. Let's get you off my finger here. This usually gets mixed in with a paint. I thought this was lighter though. Like, I didn't think it was this daggone concentrated. Let's see. So if you're just jumping on now, or just seeing this video, welcome to our creative playdate, our very first creative playdate. If you don't know who we are, I'm Kia, the artist of At Peace Arts. Behind me is DJ Al, the DJ and business person behind At Peace Arts. I should probably tell you that who we are and what we do. So we're At Peace Arts. We specialize in music-infused mobile and virtual painting parties, which means you can paint online with your cast and crew, as well as in person. Original art. And then from the paint parties and original art, we create something like the earrings that you see in my ears right now. These are actually made from canvas. Yes, they're yellow because I had to represent for the yellow today. But the earrings come from the paint party masterpieces and from my original artwork. Created almost always during a paint party, so it's music infused. Even the artwork is music infused, or from original work. So thank you for being here. We appreciate you. Yeah, so you're going to give me like a glaze. I might have to do it with the white paint. Put a little bit of a glaze in there. I also have my little heat gun because I also know that some of this is going to take a little bit of time to dry. What's that? Oh. So I think I'm doing good so far with just this yellow. I want it to dry. This is the part where I get impatient because I want it to dry so that I can like make marks on it. One way of creating for sure for me is like just making marks all over the page, and just playing. That is what creativity is, y'all. It is playing. We do a lot of that in our paint parties. It's just encourage people to, we're going to guide you. Meanwhile, Al's probably like, I don't know what you keep saying we for. I'm not guiding anybody, but I'm going to guide you. Al's going to guide you musically. I'm going to guide you creatively. How about that? And, but we'll guide you through the masterpiece that you're painting. But also, too, what ends up happening all the time whenever we're painting with people is you're going to also get to a space where you realize, wait a minute, I think I know what to do here. I think if I add a little of this and then do a little bit of that, and then that's when the magic happens. When you stop being afraid and you just start having fun. Because, okay, I'm nervous, I'm anxious, just like everybody else here. Right? Of course, yes, you have some people that are trained artists or who have an quote unquote artist eye. Those are real things. I won't try to pretend that it's like everybody's a pro artist, but the only difference I believe between the two of us an artist and a non-artist, quote unquote, is really just that I do it for a living and for fun. And you might not. And so I invite you again, if you're just watching, that's great. You don't have to do anything. You can just watch and enjoy the moment. But if you want to grab a piece of paper and a pen and just start making, you can just choose between the circle or a square or those spirals that I put up earlier. You can choose between those and just start making marks. Try to even not even like judge it. Just kind of just keep going, making marks, seeing what it looks like, seeing what you feel like. I think the canvas is pretty well activated, y'all. I think it's activated. What y'all think? It's filled up enough? We need to fill it some more. A lot of times these, in particular, the ones on the back of the paintings that are on the backs of our calendar, our studio calendar, sometimes they end up turning into full-on masterpieces, right? Where they actually, we have a few of them that probably just need to be framed, but they're full-on masterpieces. And then some of the other ones a lot of them end up getting turned into earrings. Or so one of the things I'm playing around with is notebooks and journals and things like that. So that's also something that is fun that we get to work on, right? So it's like, it's sustainable art too, because the art ends up like getting a new form after it's already been worked on the canvas. Sorry, I don't know how much y'all can hear that. Me banging to try to get this thing out of this bottle. But yes, it's like sustainable art because we then take that original art or paint party art and then turn that into something else. And so that is what a lot of times what these end up. I think it's activated. Okay. Some of it's still a little bit wet. I think I will tape it down a little bit.